The difference between failing on TikTok Shop and succeeding comes down to the creators that you're using, the affiliates that you're using, and your content. And in this video, I'm joined by a creator and an affiliate and an expert in creating content on TikTok Shop that converts. And we're gonna get the secrets to what some of the most successful brands are doing to catch the attention of creators that convert well and that can make content for you. So welcome, Desi. You are a TikTok Shop creator. You're actually a creator on a lot of different platforms. You're on Incense, you do Amazon. There's all these different things, all these different platforms that you're creating content on. And what I would like to know is a little bit of like behind the scenes, like as a creator, what can I as a brand do to get your attention? How do we work together in the most effective way? All those things, because for me as a brand owner, I want to make sure when I reach out to these creators, they're actually seeing my content, they're seeing my messages, and I'm not just like one of 1,000 people, like the girls, like the Tinder profile for girls, there's like 1,000 messages. I want to be able to pop up, you can see me, you like me, like where should we talk? How can I get you more involved, more engaged, so you can create more than one piece of content for me? Like I see some brands like Neuro Gum, and they're absolutely crushing it. Like they have these creators that are creating content non-stop for them. And why do they have so much success with creators and like other brands don't have so much success? So let's start with the first question. What can I do to get noticed as a brand in your inbox?
Awesome. Thank you for having me. I would love to give you some insight. It's just like how you said, it's almost like a dating app. You have an influx of messages, and some of these brands don't even have a profile picture. You'll go to their shop and there's nothing there. So it's so hard to start a relationship with these people that are, it seems like bots. And I think that there's some basics that you need to have. First of all, a profile picture. You need to have some sort of brand mission. It needs to be clear what the brand stands for. A lot of the times, us as creators will click on a shop that are in our inbox and they'll be selling the most random products. Nothing is related, there's no story there. And so it looks like spam to us.
And a strategy that I recommend to a lot of brands, I actually did a video here with Incense, like Daniil, the founder of Incense. And we talked about, before launching on TikTok Shop and like going after affiliates, what you could do is you can go on Incense and find maybe 10 content creators that are like just there to make content, not to be affiliates or anything like that. Pay them $25 to $50 a video and get like 10 videos of people, like real people like that are content creators using your product, unboxing it, talking about how they liked it or whatever, creators being creative and creating content. And that way when someone goes to your profile and they look at it, it actually looks like a real profile where real creators have tried the product, and it doesn't look like, I've seen the profiles where it's like, it's a bunch of stock images with your product and it looks like, I don't want to say it, but like fake Chinese stuff. So you want to avoid that. All right, so Desi, give us a little bit of a background on you. What kind of creator are you? Where do you create content on? Like, what platforms do you usually kind of live on and get like, orders from other brands on? Like, give us a little bit of background.
I really enjoy creating content for TikTok Shop. I think that it's such a great platform for any type of content creator, whether you're a beginner content creator or you're very established. There is so much opportunity there. I also do like to use Incense, and I've made really good relationships with brands there. I think that's a really good way to get your foot in the door and to maybe start your content making journey there. I personally like to make content for brands that I align with. So I'm a stay-at-home mom, I have ADHD, and I like to make content for brands that have a very clear mission statement and that just align with my values. I create mainly two different types of content. One is affiliate marketing, so that's content that I produce and I put on my own channels, mainly TikTok. But the other type of content that I do is UGC, and that's where I create content that the brand can run ads on, and that's theirs. They can put it on whatever they want to use it for. I like both types of content. I think that both serve a really good purpose.
All right, so let's go step by step. So number one, I want to get noticed by you. So do you want me as a brand to go through TikTok Shop, like through the app, or should I try and find you on Incense, or should I try and email you? Should I try and find you on Instagram? What is the best way to get your attention? Now, let's assume, I have a really good profile. There's, products on the shop. I have like really good content. So when you look at me, you're going to say, okay, it's either going to align with you or not. It doesn't matter, but like I'm putting my best foot forward. What is the best way to communicate with you?
Any established content creator will have their email in their bio. I would start there just because our messages on TikTok and Instagram do get flooded. So I would start there, And I would continue, even our email. A lot of stuff looks like spam. I would use the content creator's name. If you have their name, that's great. Even their handle is fine, but we're getting a lot of hi dear, we're getting a lot of hey love, and it's just not personal. I know that you're also sending this same email to so many content creators, and we want to feel special.
Yeah, it's basically like dating. So I reach out to you and we start talking about working together. I'm obviously, my goal as a brand is number one, to get a creator that does really good work and to get her to post the content, him or her to post the content on their platforms, and we can scale it with ads or whatever, or also to get like extra pieces of content that maybe I can post on my own brand page or whatever. So how do you think we should go about that? Like, do you think it should be, hey, let me send you a product and do whatever you want? Do you prefer when I give you creative briefs? Are sometimes creative briefs too narrow and like they kind of restrict your creativity? What is the best way to go about it? And what is the best way to get like the most amount of mileage out of you? Like in terms of like getting you to constantly post, or getting you to give us even free assets, etc.
So just starting the conversation, creative briefs are awesome because it really gives us kind of a guideline of what the brand wants. So it does take some weight off of our shoulders, but it is a turnoff when the brand is so stuck on what they want. We're content creators, so we want to have some sort of flexibility. We want to have a say. We want it to be more of a collaboration. And so I've noticed I've really enjoyed working with brands that take that approach.
Cool. So sending you a creative brief, what are some components of a really good creative brief? Is it like maybe benefits of the product, how to use the product? Is it maybe like winning assets? So like, for example, like let's say they've had 5 other creators create content that went viral. Do you want to see that? Like, so you can kind of get some ideas. Like, what are some things that you consider are really good to have on a creative brief?
At the end of the day, we really want to do what the brand wants. So yes, having some case studies of what have worked with other creators with that specific product is very helpful. And it really depends on the product. Is this a brand new type of product that nobody, no one has seen this before? Or is this something that I can give a personal testimony that I actually use this and I use it every day and I can show that? But it is necessary for some brands to want very specific things. For example, how long do you want the video? Do you want the video to be with other people in it or kids? I think kind of letting the creator know your vision, and if you do have very specific things, the duration of the video, if there's any words that you want the creator to stay away from, and if there's anything that you think is so special about your product that needs to be in the video, those are really the things that we like to see as content creators.
Awesome. So I reached out to you and I caught your attention. We started talking. You're interested in the product. You align with the mission and the company and the values. I've sent you a creative brief. You're now going to, start creating some content for me. Great. How do we take this from like, okay, you're gonna make one piece of content for me and it's done, to a more deep relationship? Should we do like, what all the other people do, create a Discord, start getting creators in the Discord, start doing these contests? If you do like 10,000 GMV, you're gonna get a flight to the Bahamas. Walk me through like, what is the best way to kind of build a deeper relationship and get a lot more content, out of you? Because I do believe that maybe one piece of content is not gonna hit, but if you do 20, 30 pieces of content, one of them will hit.
I have joined Discords, and I do think that that is a really great tool. If you want a content creator to be consistent and keep posting that content for you, I would reach out to them about getting on a retainer. And this is going to make everyone's life so much easier. When we find products that we enjoy and we can also see that our followers enjoy, we want to stay with those brands. And we want to create consistent content for those brands. It makes everyone's life easier. As cool as Discord communities are, getting a creator on a retainer is the most efficient way to ensure that that content is always coming in.
And I know what everyone is thinking, right? Whenever someone says the word retainer, it's a very scary word because it means, number one, it's guaranteed I have to pay you money now. And your videos could make me affiliate commission, or they could not make me affiliate commission. And then, sometimes people also associate the word retainer with like, okay, I have to pay you thousands of dollars a month. But can we like debunk a little bit of that? Like, what is a retainer that you would accept? Would you accept a retainer kind of like on a condition, like, hey, you know, we're gonna give you a low retainer, it can go up over time, and if things don't work out, we'll just like stop the retainer and you could just do, you know, pure affiliate. You know, walk me through a little bit of that like conversation. Like, what do you accept as like kind of a minimum retainer? And let's go from there.
So a great content creator will, before they just have you send them a bunch of money and guarantee videos, they're going to give you value first. Either it be social proof, they will show you what they're capable of. So that way you're not just stuck in this contract and, you know, you have this content that's not so great, but you paid for it, because that's not good on either end.
So basically me just floating out the idea and saying, hey, Desi, like, I would love to get you on a retainer, but like, let's start, you know, dating a little bit. If you can create some really good content for me and we post it and it gets like, you know, it starts getting some hits, maybe some decent views, some good click-through rate, maybe I take some of that content, put it in a GMB Max campaign, and I notice that the click-through rates are decent or slightly better than other pieces of content, then I'm like, okay, cool, thank you. Let's take it a step further and get you on a retainer to create some, you know, more consistent content, right?
Yeah, that's 100% appropriate.
All right, and then moving forward, what can I do as a brand to help you succeed? Like, give you the highest chance of success, you know, when you're making the content for it to pop off? Do you want me to constantly provide you with ideas of like other, you know, pieces of content that worked? Tell me a little bit more about like, what can I do to set you up for success?
So obviously we love the samples. We need to be very familiar with the product. So there are some brands that kind of just send one sample and they're like, okay, do what you can with this. But we need to really know what the product is. I think that is so helpful. And connecting us with the other affiliates that you use that have had success. Also, getting our codes and running the Spark ads is incredibly helpful too, to get traction and to get the content seen.
Yeah, I love running Spark ads on all pieces of content. So what I usually do is I get the Spark code from the creator right away, put it in GMV Max campaign, and like do like a test campaign. And the second that I see really good click-through rates and even, you know, decent conversions, I'll then take it and put it in a performance campaign and further scale. Because at the end of the day, if you are focused on conversion on TikTok Shop specifically, I don't think you're gonna succeed. For me, what I'm focused on is how can I get like the most amount of brand awareness on TikTok Shop with content that, you know, represents the brand well and gets people to actually want to go and look for the product on Amazon, because I know that's where most people are converting, and the halo effect is incredibly powerful. Desi, this has been amazing and incredibly informative. I know some people are going to be wondering this. Give us a little bit about your rates. How much do you charge? How much do you charge for a video, for a retainer, et cetera, et cetera?
Every brand is different. I charge everyone different with whatever needs that they have. Right now, I shoot short form content for as little as $250 per video. If I have a brand on a retainer, that looks more like 5 videos a month for around $1,000.
That's actually really good, because I've seen a lot more expensive stuff, and sometimes, you know, it's really the creators that really do vibe with the brand and they believe in the brand and they actually make content like by putting their heart into it are the ones that succeed. So thank you so much for sharing all of this insider knowledge with us. I think brands are going to benefit a lot from this. If you guys have not seen my video with the founder of Incense, Daniil, you guys are going to absolutely love it. It's a step-by-step walkthrough on how to use Incense to, again, find a lot of people like Desi. If you guys have questions, put them in the comments, and I'll see you guys in the next video.